Norridgewock man charged with murder reportedly shot and killed his girlfriend's son after the two men got into a physical altercation.
According to court documents, 59-year-old Daniel Markey got into a fight with 38-year-old Christopher Nickerson at Markey's home. Nickerson's girlfriend told authorities the altercation started after Nickerson confronted Markey for the way Markey was speaking to her.
Both Markey and his girlfriend told authorities that after the fight, Markey went to a marijuana grow house on the property to get a gun. The court documents say Markey went back into the home where he shot Nickerson multiple times in the kitchen.
According to authorities, Markey drove to Skowhegan where he turned himself in to a Somerset County deputy. The documents say Markey told the deputy that Nickerson attacked him, so he shot him. Markey is currently being held without bail.